Hello creative people, welcome back to the channel. This is Everly Green, I'm a Spanish illustrator, and today we will be learning about some basics every artist should know about the layers panel in Procreate. Since I've started making videos, I noticed that some of you pointed out that you didn't fully understand the way the layers in the layers panel work. You were not sure how to organize your layers properly, and therefore you couldn't exploit the full potential of the app. So let's talk about the layers panel today. The Layers panel is an essential tool in Procreate, and this is because unlike traditional art, digital art allows you to work using layers individually. A layer is basically a transparent image that you can use to add new elements to your illustrations. By using several layers, you can stack elements on top of each other without altering whatever you have previously drawn. That means that you will have total freedom to move things around, recolor, add, or even delete certain elements of your illustrations. So first things first, you can find the Layers panel on the top right corner of the app. You simply need to tap on the icon that looks like a pair of overlapping squares. Whenever you start a new project, you'll find the same default settings when opening the Layers panel, and that is the background color of your canvas set to white, and one layer to work on. To add new layers, you'll need to tap the plus icon on the top right corner of your Layers panel. Now we've got a second layer in the panel, and it is above our first layer, which means that whatever we draw in it will be shown above what we have in our first layer. In other words, the contents of each layer will cover the elements of the layers beneath them. For example, I've got some circles here. The red one is the topmost layer in my Layers panel, then the yellow one, the green one, the blue one, and the purple one at the bottom. The red circle will be shown over the other circles because it is my topmost layer. The yellow circle, however, will be shown over the green, blue and purple circles because it is above them in the Layers panel, but it won't be shown above the red circle because it's underneath it in the Layers panel. And the same logic applies to the green circle, the blue circle and the purple circle. That's why when drawing illustrations, you should consider where each element of your illustration will be placed, because by using the hierarchy offered by the Layers panel and placing elements on different layers, you will have an easier time when altering the different elements of your illustration. You can select the layer you want to work on by tapping on it. You know it is selected because it is shown in blue. Each layer has a little thumbnail on the left, so you can see its contents easily. You can also turn your layer's visibility on and off by tapping or untapping the box on the right hand side of the layer. So let's have a look at an example of layer organization. I've got this illustration here, I've layered all its elements, and as you can see, elements like the quadrant are down below in my Layers panel because I've drawn the other elements above it. A good tip for organizing your layers is renaming them. You can also reorganize your layers in an easy way by tapping the layer you want to move and swiping right the other layers you want to move, holding them and drag them along the Layers panel to where you want to place them. You can also group them if it makes it easier for you. You only need to select the layers you want to group like we did before, and then go to the top right corner of your Layers panel and tap on Group. Once everything is nice and organized, you can select the layer you want to work on and start adding details. You can keep using layers for this. For example, let's work on this cauldron. In order to add some shading to it, I'm going to open a new layer, tap on it and select Clipping Mask. Notice that now this new layer has a little arrow pointing at the layer below. This means that this layer below is the only one that will be affected by whatever we draw on the layer we've clipped. See, if I unclip the layer, you can see that it affects the layers below it. But when I clip it again, it only affects the layer the little arrow is pointing to. This is very useful because we can add light and shadows to the different elements of our illustrations by using different blend modes in our clipped layers. You can change the blend mode of a layer by tapping the little N shown on the layer. The letter N stands for normal mode, and since each layer is opaque and covers the elements of the layers beneath it, it is the default blending mode that each layer you add will have. So when you tap on the letter N, you'll open the blend modes menu and you only have to choose the blend mode that you want to use. I personally like using multiply to add my shadows, and either screen or add modes to add my lights and highlights. For example, you can see here that I have clipped several layers set to multiply and screen to add details to this cauldron. I personally like using about 3 or 4 multiply layers for my shadows and 1 or 2 for my highlights for each element of my illustration, but the amount of layers you'll use will ultimately depend on your drawing, your personal style and what is easier for you. So there we have it. I hope this little introduction to the layers panel helps you understand a bit better how to use and organize layers on Procreate. If you're interested in this type of content and want to keep exploring the interface of the app, let me know down there in the comments if there is a particular feature that you would like me to talk about. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe and activate notifications so you don't miss another artsy video. And if you want to follow my journey as an illustrator, you can follow me on Instagram at @7art, where I post all my illustrations, including this one here. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Have a lovely day. Bye!